Welcome everybody to the Uxbridge College Virtual Open Day for Childcare. If you haven't, just to let you know that we are recording this session, so if you can please turn your microphones on mute and turn off your cameras, please. Just to say, if you haven't already registered for the Open Day, kindly do so by filling the form. The link is on our chat box currently so that we can send you the recording once the session is done. If you have any questions during the session, please feel free to type it into the chat box and we will aim to answer it at the end of the session. Now I'll hand over to my colleague, Martina.
Hello everybody, and welcome to our Early Years Virtual Open Day. And I will be hosting, and also...
Hi, my name's Paula and I'll be co-hosting. So firstly, what we wanted to say to you is that I'm sure you're aware that Uxbridge College is #1 college in London. In our area, early years, so that's childcare, we are a grade 1 area. And last year, 2019 to 2020, we had 100% achievement for all our students.
So why choose early years at Uxbridge College? We're based at the Hayes campus. So the facilities we have here are classrooms with either computer or Chromebook access, physical resources to gain practical experience, and you'll see some photos of those throughout the session. Learning Resource Centre, where you can borrow books or work independently on computers. And also live performances from our Performing Arts department, hair and beauty treatments. We have a gym here and a restaurant.
So why would you choose us? Well, the early years team is full of qualified teachers with occupational expertise, including things like childminding, nursery work centre, children's centre managers and nursery practitioners. We also have learning advocates that support with English and maths. Our work experience, all the work experience is compulsory all across the early years programs at different levels. So you'll gain practical experience as you learn.
So what childcare courses can we offer you? Now, we're just going to touch briefly upon these courses. If you did want more information, you can find that within the prospectus, but this will give you an idea of each of our courses.
Yeah, just to let you know, at level 1, we have a diploma in Introduction to Health and Social Care and Children and young people's settings. The entry requirements for this is that it's a full-time 1-year course for anyone aged 16 plus, and there are no formal entry requirements. The course content is that it develops your knowledge and awareness of the types of provision in the health and social care and early years and young people's sectors. What can it offer you after this? Well, you can progress onto the level 2 diploma in early years, either as an apprentice or a full-time learner, or you may choose to follow the level 2 health and social care route.
Next, we have the level 2 diploma for the early years practitioner, and the entry requirements for this are: it's a full-time 1-year course for anyone over the age of 16. It's also run as a transition programme, which is in place to support suitable learners to prepare for a level 3 T-level, which we will talk about a bit later on. The course content for this will provide you with knowledge and understanding of babies and young children from 0 to 7 years. Where you could go next with this qualification, you could progress to a level 3 early years educator programme and other relevant level 3 qualifications, including the new level 3 T-level. You could also gain employment as a level 2 early years practitioner.
So one of those levels that I'm just going to tell you about is the level 3 diploma for the early years workforce, EYE. The entry requirements for this are that you should really have Ideally 4 good GCSEs at grades 4 and above. They include English and maths. The course content is that you'll learn about theoretical perspectives and philosophical approaches to development. Try saying that. Where to next? This qualification will enable you to become an early years practitioner in a range of different early years settings.
So next we move on to the T level that I spoke to you about earlier. So the entry requirements for this, you will need to have a GCSE in both English and maths at level 4 or above to access this course. It's a 2-year programme and you'll study core components including support and education, child development, behaviour, equality and diversity, to name a few. You will be externally assessed through this qualification with exams and employer-based projects. What next for this from this qualification? The T-level study programme carries UCAS points if you wish to go on to university. You could also gain employment, and it depends really on what area you wish to go into. So you could go into schools, you could go into nurseries, and there's a number of jobs there. So it really varies on what pathway you wish to progress to. This we've piloted this year. We're the only college in London to pilot it, and obviously we'll continue with that next year. So it's a very exciting course to be part of.
So in addition to your studies, we organise an annual trip. Just showing you there are some of the photographs of students enjoying themselves at a local park called Bedfont Lakes. You might know it. And they were just having fun, doing group sessions, getting to know you, and just really bonding and letting their hair down.
We also invite visitors in to enhance your learning. So a couple of examples, just a couple of things we've done is towards the end of last academic year, we had a visit from an after school club who gave the learners ideas for physical activities to do with children. And the learners really enjoyed that, getting hands-on with different activities in our outside area. And this year, even though lockdown hasn't stopped us, we've had a Zoom session with very famous childcare theorist called Tina Bruce. And the learners on the level 3 programs actually had a Zoom session with her, and she talked to them about childhood development and play-based learning. And that was really successful, wasn't it?
They really enjoyed it, and it was really valuable session, which led on to another session as well about Frobel. So it was all very good. So then what do our students say about us? Well, this is one of my current students, Beneath. She was here starting at level 1, and then she went to level 2, and now she's with me in my tutor group at level 3. She said the staff are welcoming and are always offering support and ready to help. This college and my course has improved me as a person. I have become more confident and independent. During these courses, you will have so much fun. And I think that's very true. We're very personable, and I think that our courses are very engaging. So I'd say to you, if you are the one that's at home, often being asked to babysit and being told you're so good with children, then these courses could be right for you. You know, other people in your family could see you engaging with children and feeling that you have a natural ability, and that's what we need on our courses, and that's what we hope that we will get if you come onto our courses.
Okay, so next we have a video from one of our other students. This was her review of last year.
It's a great course. I made loads of new friends, and I came into the course because I didn't like what I picked before at a different college, and it wasn't for me, and I went there with the wrong intentions. And then I came to this course, and it's amazing. I campus itself is the campus itself is made to support the children in whichever way possible. So the cafe and the teachers really walk around asking if you're okay, like they're not teachers that walk around with you children's private stuff, but their thought and how they act around, like they act like brilliant role models for us. And even though it was just the time I was doing there, I think it was, I will never forget that college. Like it was an amazing college, and seeing the teachers, how they teach, like every student, everyone into a group and say, okay, we're all doing this and this is how you're doing it. They pick out how each child lands and how they're going to push that child's lesson. And that's what I love about it. I will always remember that. I was just there for a year and it got cut short because of the lockdown. But yeah, I don't really know. But it is an
Okay, what we particularly, this was done during lockdown, wasn't it, Paula?
Yeah,
One of your
yeah.
students as well. And obviously that was completely just how
She
Amira,
perceived it to
how
be,
she
yeah,
felt.
yeah.
Very natural.
So hopefully you'd feel the same if you came along to the college. We'll do our best to make sure it's an enjoyable journey for you and that you'll come out feeling a more fulfilled individual for it. Really, all we have to say is thank you for listening. We are happy to answer any questions that you might have, either now or you might like to think of them later on. As is often the case, if you're asked, right, do you want to ask anything? People do tend to go a bit blank, so we're happy to answer them at a later stage if need be.
Now, there is one question in the chat. It says, for someone coming out of year 11 and wishing to start at college within childcare, what level would you start at?
It really depends on the qualifications, any experience that the individual might have. Yeah, qualifications really count. Also references from school, so that we can gauge where a person is at and where they'd be best suited. So it's not necessary for that person to start at level 1 and work up. It really is dependent on, you know, the capabilities of the learner. So I hope that helps a bit.
Yeah, and there is another question. What are the hours and days at college?
Okay, so it's a full-time program, so you must have yourself available from between the hours of 9 and 5 Monday to Friday, because within those hours you will have your childcare program. You will also have the opportunity to retake your English and maths, so obviously you will have the classes for that as well incorporated into your timetable. Plus you have an EPR session, which is like a one-to-one tutorial, and also tutorial sessions tackling other sort of high, sort of relevant topics, yeah, like, you know, internet safety, yeah, things like that.
They're really to prepare you for work. So we do some taught ones where we deliver programs on what's going on in the world. You know, we do Black History Month, prevent strategy to tackle things like extremism, terrorism, that's the word I was trying to think of. So there are a variety of different things, developing CVs, that kind of thing. So it doesn't mean that you are going to be in class from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, but it does mean that you need to be available. So if you do have any part-time work that some people do, then as long as it doesn't conflict with your studies or interfere with your ability to complete your studies, then that's okay. It would have to be on a weekend or an evening for that.
And finally, the other thing that's incorporated into your timetable is obviously placement days, because
Yes.
depending on the level of your qualification, you will be you will have different set hours of how many hours you need to do in a placement, and that will also be within your weekly timetable as well. Okay, so it's a pretty full-time package.
It is. But we try to give you time in the class to do your assignments and to learn. So we are as flexible as we can be as well, and we're here to support you.
Okay, there's another question asking if the course is only for working with young children, or does it cover slightly older kids like teens?
No, it doesn't come, it's only 0 to 7. It's primarily 0 to 7, unless you're at level 1, and then the age range is from birth to death. So it covers the whole age range. That would be level 1. And as I say, that's kind of like a stepping stone for moving on to maybe onto further in childcare or onto health and social care, where you would cover more age ranges. For some of our students, having said that, will do a level 2 or level 3 childcare qualification, and then progress on to youth support, and that's something that can be obtained after this qualification.
Okay, we have just time for one more question. My daughter is in year 11 and doing childcare at the moment. So which childcare level should she choose?
Right, again, I think it's about, obviously great that currently doing childcare at school, we find they come with such, you know, already a good wealth of knowledge to start with. But it really is when obviously coming onto our courses, it really is those outcomes from the GCSEs at the end of this year that pinpoints us to what level your daughter is working at. So until we really know that, we can look at predicted grades, we can, you know, offer a, what's it called, a conditional offer.
Yeah.
And then what happens after that is, once the grades are finalised, then we make sure that they're on the right programme for them, whether it be a level 1, a level 2 or a level 3.
And having said that, I mean, there's always the possibility, there's the scope to actually move someone up or down a level depending on what they're presenting with when they start our courses. So it doesn't mean that that level is fixed for them. In the first 6 weeks, we can look at, and we always do, look at where they're at in terms of their ability, speaking to the student as well, to make sure that they are happy with the decision, and that's something that we can offer. The GCSEs give us the ability to assess where learners are in terms of their written ability, because obviously the higher up you go, the more emphasis there is on written work. However, saying that, we do have other assessment methods, especially when they're in their placement settings, that they can evidence their learning and their skills that they've developed.
Okay, I think that's all we have time for today. So thank you all for attending, and hope you found the session useful. We are accepting applications, and would request you, if you want to apply, please visit our website to make an application. Our new prospectus is also under production, and it will soon be available online or a physical copy. Please have a look at our T-levels open day and apprenticeship open day, which is on the 2nd of December, for those of you who are interested in T-levels and apprenticeships. And that's all there is for today. So thank you for attending. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.